Hey guys, welcome to Infinitude. In the last video we have learned about the selection tool and rectangle tools. In today's video we will start from the remaining subtools of rectangle tools with the other tools like line segment, arc tools, spiral tools and the direct selection tool. And at last we will create a shape with just using the rectangle tool and a ellipse tool. Let's create a new document, or you can use the previous documents that we already created in the previous video. I will create getting started with direct selection tool and create. And let's recall at first what we have learned in the previous video. Let's go to the rectangle tool and I will create a rectangle, and then I will just duplicate this rectangle by pressing Alt and click, and then I will create another one, and let's go to the ellipse tool, same. I'm just using the Shift and Alt while duplicating so that it will duplicate and align with the original one. And I will go to the rounded rectangle and create a same, and then I will use the selection tool, and then I will just double click and drag, double click and drag, double click and drag, double click and drag. Now today I will go with the subtools of the rectangle tools. Let's first delete all of this and let's go to the polygonal tool. By using polygonal tool we can have different shapes like triangle, squares, pentagon, hexagon. At first let's create a triangle. I'll just click, and then triangle has 3 sides, so I will give the sides 3. There is the triangle, and I will create a square. I will create a pentagon, and then hexagon, and let's create a heptagon. Let's add a heptagon also. By this way we can increase the sides and create a different polygons. Now I will delete this and let's go to another subtool, that is star, and I will click. The first radius will define the outermost point and the second radius will define the innermost point. Let's go and explore this. At first I will choose the 200 and then 100, and let's go with the 5. We have a star with the 5 points. Let's change the radius this time. I will choose 500 and radius to just 100 and once 5. Let's move this new star, pointy star, or you can say a pointed star. You can increase number of points and check that out. I'll keep 8. Let's select all and then I will delete, and we will check out the another tool that is just above the rectangle tool. Let's start with the line segment tool. With this line segment tool, we can create a line by just click, and then we can define the length. Let's create 200. It has created a line with the 45 degree that we have previously assigned. Let's give it a 0 degree. We can create our custom line by just click, and then it will make that a center point or origin, and then we can define another point. We have created a line. Now let's go to another tool, that is arc tool. With this arc tool we can create a quarter circle. Like if you click and then drag, it will create a arc, and if you press shift, it will create a quarter circle with the reference that our mouse is pointing. Let's go to the another tool, that is spiral tool. With this tool we can create a spiral. If you just add shift key, it will create a same proportion. I am pressing alt and control and just click and dragging how much we want the spiral to be. I will delete all of these, and let's go to the rectangle grid tool and click, and then I will define 100 pixel and 100 pixel, and then 5 dividers. Press OK. Let's zoom this. To zoom you can press Z and click and drag. In here we can see the rectangle has been divided with the 5 dividers, 1 2 3 4 5, and same in the horizontal one. Let's go to the another tool, that is polar grid tool. In this tool also we can define our dividers and create a shape based on that. I'll give the centric dividers 4. It will divide the circle and create a ellipse with different radius. And if we go to radial dividers, it will divide the circle by creating a horizontal lines from the reference of center point. Let's give it 3. We can see the 3 dividers and a ellipse. Let's go to the rectangle tool, and I will create a square, and then I will go to direct selection tool, and let's just click and drag. If we click and drag, we can use the direct selection tool as the selection tool, and we can move the box from one place to another. And if we just click one of the points, then we can change the shape, or we can customize the shape. Let's create another one, and at this time I will select this top points by just click and then drag, and then I will reposition this, or we can skew this. Let's click and change the shape. We can customize the shape using just the direct selection tool. Now we're at the end of this tutorial. Before that, let's create a rectangle, and I will rotate this and press shift, and then I will use the direct selection tool and select this point and the another point, and then I will click and drag horizontally. We have created a leaf by using just a rectangle tool, and then just click and drag. While I'm clicking and dragging, I'm pressing the Shift and Alt. Let's select this both and go to edit and copy, and then again edit and paste in front. What it will do is copy the leaves, and it will copy paste above the previous one. Let's just rotate this, and now I will use the ellipse tool and I will create a circle. I will copy paste this, click and drag using the selection tool, and click and I will add the shift key while selecting another one. We have selected this both. Let's just press alt and then click and drag. I will change the fill and stroke in this. Let's select all using the selection tool and go to the fill, and we will use the black. Go to the stroke, and we don't need the stroke, so none. We have successfully created a new custom shape, or you can call it a pattern, using just the rectangle and ellipse tool. In the next video, we will dive into the lasso tool, magic wand tool, and we will dive more with the other tools.